Great talking to my next guest. It is Raufeon Stots, who's going to be back in action against Josh Hill at Bellator 258 on May 7th. Raufeon, how's it going, man?
Going good, man. How you doing?
No complaints, man. Good to be talking to you. Really cool fight here with Josh Hill. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This fight was actually scheduled and was supposed to take place last year, but then Keith Lee stepped in, correct? That's what I was hearing anyways.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't know what the... Hey.
He's excited about the fight. I don't blame him.
He's excited. So I was supposed to fight him, but he had some type of injury, and then Keith Lee stepped in.
Yeah, and you ended up getting a really impressive win over Keith Lee. Keith was on a nice winning streak heading into that one. How impressed were you with that performance?
I was super. I'm happy with the performance. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm mad when a finish gets away from me, but I was able to show a lot on my feet, and I was able to show. People thought he would have the advantage. But I was able to show that I'm very comfortable on my feet, and I'm very comfortable anywhere the fight goes. And
was this the right amount of time off in between fights?
Yeah, I like that fight was, I think, maybe a month or 2 months or something. I like fighting, pretty close together. I feel like the more activity, the better I feel in there, and I usually don't get hurt a lot during fights, so. It's fun for my bank account too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Got to get those paychecks for fighting. One thing I was kind of curious about. So Keith is rep by the same manager you have, and then Josh is the same thing. Does that make the negotiation a little bit easier? Do you find, or do you not even notice?
I think it is a little bit easier when they're by the same management company. I mean, just because we know, we know if he's gonna take it or not. You know what I mean? Or we know what's gonna happen. So. I think it is. Some of these other managers, they're also my manager knows what each person is making and kind of what they're worth to the organization. You know what I mean? So that helps out a lot too.
Yeah, no, it certainly helps out here. Let's talk about Josh Hill, 20-3 record. 2 of those losses are to Marlon Moraes, so he's fighting really top-notch competition. He's a good wrestler. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I feel like we match up pretty evenly. We're both pretty good on our feet. We're both hey, I'm talking. Go talk to Bernicia. I'm on the phone. Anyways, that's a good learning lesson for Clarence. She in the bathroom. So we're both the same. We both got wrestling. We both got good striking. I feel like my wrestling as far as credentials is better, but he's got good MMA wrestling, and that's all it really matters is MMA wrestling. He's fought a lot more than me. He's had, someone can argue he's fought a tougher lineup than me. But one can say that I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you feel like this is kind of the case of the 2 dark horses at bantamweight fighting each other in the sense that both of you guys are great fighters, great records, but maybe don't have that name value that some of the other bantamweights are getting in the division? Do you see sort of the winner of this kind of emerging as one of the contenders that people sort of forgot about?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty much the tale of 2 dark horses. You know what I mean? It's the 2 people that nobody really want to fight because we're probably 2 of the best in the division, but we don't have that, the pop to our name or notoriety that kind of a lot of fighters have for other reasons. So I feel like we're two of the dark horses of the bantamweight division. You know what I mean? So and I think they set us up perfectly, the winner perfectly for, you know what I mean, either a title contention fight next or a title fight next. So I'm excited for where we're at on the card. I'm excited, or what card we're on. You know what I mean? And a lot of people see this fight as a really tough fight in the bantamweight division. I know a lot of eyes are going to be on the fight, not only in the bantamweight division, but across Bellator. So I'm very excited to fight Josh Hill.
Training camp. Who have you mainly got to work with for this one?
So I've always worked with Sergio Pettis, Emmanuel Sanchez, Brian Batista, Christian Rodriguez. Who else? We got some new amateurs coming up. Emmanuel Pugh. He's a street beef fighter who's fighting. Who else we got? We got Scotty. I forget his last name. But yeah, we got a
good variety though, and I mean,
pretty good cast, pretty much the same. I mean, core group of guys. You know what I mean? Brian Batista. Yeah.
You mentioned Sergio Pettis there. Obviously, he's fighting for the title against Juan Archuleta. I'm sure you guys have had that conversation about what would happen if you had to fight for the title and he's the champion. Is that something that's been discussed, like recently?
Yeah, we talk about it kind of in passing. I feel like it's still a long way off if it does happen. You know, and I mean, it's a fight game, but at the same time, you know what I mean? That's my brother. I'm not gonna fight Sergio if it's nothing. If it doesn't have implications to change my family's life, you know what I mean? So the title would be the only way, you know, that I fight Sergio, and they'd have to like compensate me well for fighting my brother.
They got to show you the money, as Cuba Gooding Jr. says. And
yeah, exactly.
You know?
I mean, that's my main training partner. You know what I mean? So and then that's what we like joke about. Like I'm not leaving Rufus Sport, and he's been in Rufus Sport since he's been 18. He's probably younger than that, a teenager, and then I've been at Rufus Sport since I've been a pro. So yeah, it's I don't know how that works. Like, do you have to leave? Do you have to leave different gyms or to different gyms if you are fighting each other? I don't know.
Well, I think you do. Yeah, we saw that with Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman.
Like it's a rule. Like
I don't know if it's a rule, but it just makes things awkward because then training secrets or what. I don't know. I mean, I guess you guys train together a lot, so I don't know. I don't know how that works.
We train we're like each other's main training partner. So
right.
I mean, it's nothing. We know each other very well. Like we spar every day. You know what I mean? I don't feel like a month off we're gonna add that many, or a couple months off we're gonna add that many tools. You know what I mean? But
you could put like a tarp over the gym or something. I don't know. Just try and be creative.
So. Split it in half, and then we get
yeah, something like that. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. How's the weight cut going ahead of this fight?
Weight cut's pretty good. My weight cuts have been actually since the COVID, I've been doing the water cut, which I didn't do before. You know, and I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better leading up to, and I feel like I can get a lot more training in because I'm hydrated. I was like roughing it, and you never know how bad things are until you do it like a better way. You know what I mean? So I was cutting weight the wrong way. You know what I mean? I was just depleting myself and staying, just kind of losing a pound a day, being dehydrated. But now I'm learning. The more fights I go to, the more kind of people I see, the more I learn, and it's a lot better.
Who's going to be in your corner?
So Jordan Griffin will be in my corner, nice. And also Duke Rufus.
Cool. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. We got a lot of fights, Rufus Sports.
I was going to say, you guys have been pretty busy over the last couple of weeks, and then even upcoming, you got Anthony's fight in PFL, and there's a lot going on, right?
And then for Anthony fight, there's a because Anthony's supposed to Anthony and Duke are supposed to be in Sergio's corner, but it's also like he's got a 17-day quarantine in PFL, so they got to be in PFL for 17 days right before coming back to our fight. And then we got other coaches gone with Laura Sanchez fighting in PFL. Then we got Gerald Mearshart fighting this weekend. So we just it's a busy schedule going on right now.
How's the fight playing out on May 7th?
I think I finished him in the second. I think I'm gonna say head kick.
Head kick. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I feel like he stays really stagnant, and he throws one shot, and I'm gonna counter the right way, I feel like, and get him out of there.
And just to reiterate something you said earlier, so you feel like a win, especially a finish, either gets you that title shot or gets you a number one contenders fight, right? Has the promotion given you any indication about that? Because I would agree, just based on your records and based on how high profile this fight is, that should be where you are, but you never know what the promotion's thinking. Has there been any sort of intel from them, maybe your management or you?
So when we were supposed to fight back in July, I think, or
I think it was it was in the fall last year, winter. Yeah,
November. I was told that it was, and he was told too that it was a title contention fight, which I don't really know what that means. Mm-hmm. But I'm guessing we're up along the lines of fighting for a title. But the Bellator rankings just came out, and I'm sitting at number 3, and he's sitting at number 7. So with a win, we're right there. There's not too many places above us. You know what I mean? So I would assume that we're next in line.
How cool is that, by the way, to see in the number 3 spot, like people giving you the respect, after all these years with the, your record and just the level of competition. I think, 3 is exactly where you should be.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, I think I wouldn't have. I feel like they kind of shortchanged Josh Hill a little bit. You know what I mean? I feel like he should be a little higher, given what he's accomplished. But it is what it is. But I'm very happy where I was. I was expecting to be top 5. I was expecting, I was thinking maybe 4 or 5 depending. In my heart, I'm always number 1, and I think I can beat all these guys. You know what I mean? So number 3 is, I'm happy with it. I'm not satisfied with it, but I'm happy.
Before we go, got to ask this because everyone's talking about it. We got the boxing fight this Saturday between Ben Askren, who I know you've trained with or has been at Raufeon Sport, taking on Jake Paul. What are your thoughts on this? Like, how surprised were you that Askren ended up getting this fight? Because it's just such a weird matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised he got the matchup. But then when you look at it, he's trying to fight somebody who he thinks boxing isn't the best. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not trying to go, or he's not, trying to get like demolished by somebody that he thinks he has the best chance against. Mm-hmm. How I think it's gonna go, I think Ben is a much better competitor than him. I think Ben is a much better tactician, and I also think Ben knows how to win. You know what I mean? No matter the sport he's in, he's been top level athlete of, I think 3 sports. I think ultimate frisbee or something, submission, grappling, wrestling, MMA. You know what I mean? He's so he knows how to win. So I think Jake Paul is going to be surprised. You know what I mean? Stepping up in competition. And I think Ben is going to end up wearing him down and TKOing him like the 7 or 8 round.
Yeah, I think it's and I think the cardio is something that people don't talk about with Ben because he's gone the distance in fights. We haven't seen Jake go a full 8 rounds, right? He's been knocking these NBA players out, so it's a little bit different. I think. I think if Ben can take a Robbie Lawler punch, I think he could probably take a Jake Paul punch and exactly. Head towards a decision.
People don't realize, like, okay, yeah, Ben was knocked out with a flying knee. How many times have you seen Ben rocked or hurt with like a punch?
Yeah, and it was just the worst scenario, right? Because he shot for a takedown, Masvidal was throwing the knee. Like, anyone who did that would have been knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, Ben has a very big and hard head. I just don't see. I don't see somebody, generating enough power, at the same weight as him to knock him out. You know what I mean? I just don't see it.
Raufeon, this was great. Really appreciate the time. I know you're doing dad duty at the same time, so I appreciate you juggling this and doing the interview. It's Bellator 258 coming up here on May 7th. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Twin J MMA, BB Roofing, also Combat Corner. I'd like to give them a shout out. Contour Athletics, they supply me with joggers and DC mouth guards, the whole band, Blue Diamond or Diamond Cups MMA. That's it.
Cool.
You can reach me on social media at Raufeon05 or Raufeon Stots. I'm sorry, Raufeon Stots on Instagram and then Raufeon Stots on Twitter.